So now I'm gonna start fabricating this bracket, measuring, cutting it, and yeah, hopefully it's gonna come out right. Hopefully it's gonna come out all right. Hello and welcome to another Xterra video where I work on my truck. Sometimes I'm successful, sometimes I'm not. And on today's video I'm gonna be working on my roof rack. I'm gonna be adding some stuff on it. I was looking for quite some time to what to put there, what kind of organizing, what kind of boxes and stuff like that. And some time ago I came across some pretty nice boxes and I was looking to buy them, but the price was kind of too high. Since I'm always on a budget, so I waited some time and I found it on sale. Actually it was open box, so it was even cheaper, and I bought it. And today it finally came. So let's open up the box and I'm gonna show you where I'm gonna install it, but you're probably already seeing it in the thumbnail. And look at this huge box. Let's take it out. Wow, this looks pretty good. It has a handle on the side and on the two sides, and it has 6 latches. So let's try to open it up. You just push this button and it opens up. It stays up, you don't have to come back to it again. That's pretty cool. Okay, it comes with a brand new foam in here actually. I don't really need the foam in here, but it comes with it, so great. It has the seal over here, so it's weatherproof. It has multiple locations for the locks. It has an air vent over here, so if this is out in the open on the sun during the hot summer days, this is gonna get heat up. And whenever this heats up and this is all sealed, the pressure is gonna build up and it's actually gonna get sucked in, and then you're gonna have very hard time opening it. But it has an air vent, so it's gonna release the air pressure. So now I'm gonna look and figuring out how I'm gonna mount to the roof, and yeah, I can start storing some extra stuff in there. So right now I'm just checking how far out this way or that way and back and forth I can put it to see how much space I have left over here, so I can put something else over here as well. And by the looks of it, I have about 9 inches left in here to put some kind of containers or something in here. I still have to figure that out as well, and I still gotta figure out how I'm gonna mount it, but more likely I'm just gonna drill the bottom of the box, and just using the metal brackets screw it into the place. But I really like how it looks. I really like how it looks over there. It doesn't stick out high up too much. I didn't want it to stick out up anyways. It's almost flushed with everything over there, so it's just almost like a continuation of that wet box on the roof. That looks pretty great. Now one crazy idea I have right now is, as you can see, to open and close these latches, hitting this metal bracket over here. So what I'm actually thinking, and this is a little bit, I don't know, maybe good idea, maybe not, we'll see, but to cut these latches all the way up to here, almost inch over here, and by doing that they're not gonna interfere with this. If I slide this closer to over here, something like that, maybe even more closer, like that and like that. Okay, so I'm gonna cut them almost an inch, and that way I will have more space over there. Let's see how much space I actually gain over there right now. I gain a whole inch over here, so if I had close to 9 inches before, now I have almost 10 inches. And I know there are multiple boxes that are about 10 inches wide, so I can fit them in here no problem. So that's, I think, it's gonna be a good idea to cut those latches shorter, and then I have more space over here. I probably can work on this as well, try to modify it so it's more this way, so it's more flush, but I don't think that's gonna matter much. So I think I'm gonna cut those latches shorter. Now while I'm playing with numbers and measurements over there, I actually have another idea. I'm just using that rigid case that I have in the back of my truck, and I put it in there, and doesn't look too bad. So what I'm thinking, possibly I can definitely fit 2 of them over here no problem, and they're weatherproof, waterproof, and everything proof. Maybe not just foolproof, but maybe even foolproof. We'll see about that. Anyways, they don't stand over here too good, but I can build up brackets over here, And so what I'm gonna do, I build a bracket and I'm just gonna slide them inside here and lock them somehow. Maybe with just a straps, but with bracket over here and bracket over here, I think that's gonna be pretty good. So now that I'm thinking, I need to buy 2 more of these. Hopefully they're on sale. I actually saw them on sale for 19 bucks, so that's gonna be pretty great. So then I just have to figure out what kind of bracket I'm gonna build there to slide them in there and keep them in place. And yeah, I think that's gonna come out pretty great. And then I can store a lot of stuff in here when I need to.
Much later.
So now to mount over here, I had few options. I was thinking to make a holes over here and use a rev nut tool. I even picked it up already, but I'm a little bit concerned that I might mess up the measurements, and whenever I drill the case and these bars, I'm not gonna be able to align it, and then I have to enlarge the holes on the box. And yeah, I don't know. I'm still gonna look at it right now one more time, but my second option is to use these 4 brackets that I picked up and just sandwich it together like that. The holes already all pre-drilled over here. This was easier for me to get this than to fabricate actually. And that way I can always actually even slide it on back and forth and adjust it on a roof rack. It's not going to be a fixed position. I can always adjust it. So I have a bunch of hardware as well I picked up. So I think that's the route I'm gonna go. This I can always use for something else. This is a pretty nice tool as well to have. So I think that's what I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna measure where I'm gonna exactly make the holes, drill on the box, make sure I clear these, and just sandwich it together. So now I'm trying to measure everything. I just noticed that my side latches, they don't clear. They don't clear enough space over here. They hit over here, and they hit over here. So the side latches, I'm gonna have to cut it shorter. All right, let's cut them out, and hopefully it's still gonna work afterwards. Okay, so both latches are cut, and now, as you can see, they clear. I have plenty of space. This can be moved slightly up, but you can see it clears over here and it clears over here. Nice. So now I can start measuring the holes inside there, drill it and secure it. So this is going to be something like that. I'm gonna have 2 brackets on this side and the same type of bracket underneath, sandwiching it all together. So now I'm just gonna see where I'm gonna make the holes, which is gonna be one here, and one here, and the same one here, and one here. And yeah, and then I'm just gonna adjust it, move it back and forth. I think that's a good thing that I decided not to use rev nuts, because if I secure it to one spot I cannot move it, adjust it or anything, but with this setup I can always adjust it. So now I'm gonna mark it, drill it and secure it. So I'm gonna make one hole over here, one hole over here, and one hole over here. I think that should be fine. And then the same over here, one hole over here, one hole over here, and one hole over here. All right, that should be fine. Cut off all the latches the same way, so that way this box is all the way to the front over here. That way I have slightly more space over there, and this is closest, no problem. So now I'm just gonna double check my measurements over here, make sure the holes are not gonna interfere with the nail rods underneath, drill it and secure it.
Much later.
Okay guys, so as always, ever-changing plan is changing. So I'm not gonna be able to use these brackets the way I wanted to put them in here and secure it from underneath, because once I put the box in there I have no space to stick my hand under and to put the washers and nuts and everything in here. So I'm gonna have to go back to the other option, is to make a hole over here and put the rev nuts. So I marked 2 lines. This hopefully is the middle of the rack bars. So I'm probably gonna make 4 holes. That should be enough to hold it in place. And then I'm gonna use this metal bar, I'm gonna cut it and use this as a bracket to hold it in place. So let's see what's gonna happen. So this is hopefully how it's gonna be. This is I marked the holes where I need to drill inside the box itself, and I really hope that these holes gonna line up with these bars, so when I put a and I drill through them, it's gonna work. I really hope so. So let's see. Well, there goes nothing. Alright, let's see if I can match these holes to the bars. By the looks of it, at least I'm somewhat on top of the metal brackets. So now I'm gonna mark it, take this out and drill through it. So I'm planning to use 1/4" reef nuts. So now I'm gonna make all the holes and put them in, and hopefully it's gonna match. And for the 1/4" we have to drill it with a 3/8 drill bit. Alright, so let's put this reef nuts inside. I'm not gonna go into detail how to use this tool. Pretty sure there is plenty of tutorials how to use it. Actually, Ray the car guy did their video, so you can see his videos for that. In my case, just gonna put it in, try to hold it straight, and something like that. And now unbolt it. And looks like it's in. So now I'm gonna repeat the procedure for all of them, and we're gonna test if this is gonna match. All 4 rear nuts are in place. Typically a 1/4" bolt can hold up to 600 pounds, I believe, but I'm not gonna have anything heavy on top or anything, so the 4 of them should be more than enough. So now let's see if the holes are still gonna match. This one is going over here, okay. Now I'm gonna use this 1/4" bolts. Alright, so after a slight adjustment to that hole, all bolts are matching. Nice, because I'm planning to put this gasket underneath, so hopefully that's gonna prevent moisture to go inside. So what I'm planning to do is to glue these 4 rubber gaskets over here, so that's hopefully it's gonna create some kind of seal, and we'll see. If I see some moisture inside, I'll do something else, but for now I'm gonna do this, and this should be more than enough. So the rubber gasket underneath. So now I'm still gonna use the spring washers on this side, and let's screw this in place, and hopefully it's never gonna go out. So now let's close it, make sure it still fits. Alright, perfect, and it's in place. It's not going anywhere, guys. Look, it's super secured. Wow, I'm happy, and I really like that it's low profile, so that it sits mostly inside there, and I still have space over there, which I have the boxes over there, but I don't think I'm gonna use them. I'm gonna look one more time now, but I kind of doubt it. But this is good. I really like this, and of course I can open all back up again, and it opens. Nice. So as you can see, guys, I ordered actually 4 of these boxes. They're still over there. I just took out one. When I was looking at the measurements online and trying to figure out, they look kind of bigger to me in my head, but over here they feel kind of small now. They might be good. I don't know. I'm still trying to debate whether I should go this route, put 4 of them for little stuff, or should I get 2 boxes for slightly bigger stuff. I don't know, I'm still trying to decide. My original plan was to get 2 of these boxes and mount them over here like that, standing up sideways. This is my box, I keep it inside my truck. This is not my box, this is from the work van, but this is just an idea how this looks like that. I think this will be a better option, but unfortunately no Home Depots anywhere have these boxes right now. But I really like this design more than the other 4 boxes.
2,000 years later.
So meet my roof rack version 3.5. So I'm not gonna use any of the boxes that I wanted to use before. I made a quick run to the Home Depot and I picked up these DeWalt boxes, and they are perfect for here. I'm utilizing all the space that I have there. There is almost no wasted space to the front or to the back, and they fit perfect over here. So now I'm gonna figure out how I'm gonna secure them over there. These boxes, I'm actually thinking to build some kind of bracket to hold them in place, and I can remove them whenever I need to. So let me see what I can do. I think this is gonna be good. My measurements of the boxes, how big of the bracket I need to make, and previously I picked up this metal angle from my metal shop. At Home Depot, one length of about 5 feet, they sell it for $20. I got 20 feet for $17, so that's a hell of a deal. So now I'm gonna start fabricating this bracket, measuring, cutting it. Hopefully it's gonna come out all right. So I did my measurements. This is where I need to cut it out, because I'm gonna try to keep this piece one length. So I'm gonna cut this out, and this is where it's gonna be my bend. Here, 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 and here. This is gonna be cut off. So this is gonna be for my base, and then I'm gonna try to bend it, like I said, and weld this all together. So let's see how that's gonna work out. Alright, so I made my cutouts over here where I'm gonna make the bends. Now I'm gonna just try to bend this. Okay, so unfortunately I have too big of a gap over here, but I'm sure I can fix this. Alright, so now I'm just gonna make sure that I have 90s on all the ends, and then I'm gonna weld this. So the base is kind of done. I still have to weld a little bit maybe and clean it up, the edges. I mean, it's not the prettiest, but it should do it. So now I'm gonna measure 4 lengths of 7" to weld it in each corner, and then I'm gonna think what I'm gonna do on the top over here. Now, because these angles I'm gonna be welding inside there, I had to grind off a little bit on all of them to accommodate to fit in there better. So now I'm just gonna try to weld them up, and we'll see how I'm gonna interconnect everything. So now I'm trying to weld the middle support. So this is gonna be for one box and for another one, and I'm gonna have metal going across so it doesn't warp out or anything. At least that's an idea. So yeah, let's see how that's gonna work out. Okay guys, and shelf is pretty much done. It's all welded, and I know the welds somewhere came out not the best. I still gotta clean this all up, but yeah, this is gonna be strong, and it's not that heavy. So yeah, over here I tried to use a skinny metal, but it's still strong enough. I reinforced it over here and one on the bottom so it doesn't warp in and out. Yeah, so now I'm just gonna clear all the welds with a grinder, and this ready to be painted. So right now just finished cleaning it up, and just wanted to test if the boxes will still fit, and they fit perfect. Alright, and my DIY shelf is all done. It's painted, and now it's just drying on my makeshift stand. I think it came out alright. I mean, some welds maybe could be better, but it's pretty strong. It doesn't flex much or anything at all, and it's still pretty much lightweight, so it's not gonna add any more weight. And over here in the middle, I reinforce it so it doesn't flex in the middle, so that's pretty good, I think. And it didn't cost me much. Like I said, I only bought the angle, which was only $17. I still have a lot of it left for next project. And these pieces, the smaller pieces, I got it over there for free. They just gave it to me. So yeah, that's pretty good. So now I'm just gonna let it dry, and I can mount it to my truck. Okay, so this is looking pretty good so far. I'm just checking if it still fits. And now I'm actually trying to figure out some kind of bracket, trying to figure out what I can build or make to keep these boxes secured. I can always put just a strap around it, but I was thinking to make some kind of bracket with a lock. I mean, it's, if somebody wants to break in and steal it, they probably gonna break it anyways, but this is just to like just to discourage some kids to try to look inside or something. So now I'm just trying to figure out how I'm gonna secure this, what kind of bracket I'm gonna build here. So let me think about it, and I'll show you what I may or may not do. So I drilled 2 holes over here and 2 holes over here, and now I'm gonna mount these hinges in the, this is gonna be for the back, and I'm using 832 3/8 bolts, very short bolts with a nylon lug nuts. So I'm just screwing it over here and putting the bolt from the inside. So hopefully that's gonna hold it in place and it's not gonna come out, of course. I mean, that's an idea, right? And then this is just was like a template, but it was wrong. This is gonna be something like this over here, so when this closes, this is gonna hold this in place, and it's gonna meet with the one on the front. The one on the front, the hinge, I'm actually gonna screw it over here, but because I have my recovery boards over here, that hinge is not really gonna open much, so it's basically gonna be opening that way, the whole thing. It's just gonna meet over here and it's gonna lock in place. At least that's an idea, but let's see if I'm gonna be able to make all those bends properly. Alright guys, the project is coming along. So as you can see, I built these brackets over here, and in the back they're secured with a little hinge that fits perfect over here, and it fits over here. So, and for this bracket I use aluminum. It's 1/8 of an inch thickness, 1 inch by 48 inches. It's pretty sturdy for that, but it's also light, and I'm not even gonna paint this, so this is gonna be good. And I still have 2 of these pieces, which is gonna be for a second part that is gonna be tying to the roof, and then this is gonna be something like this, and that's where it's gonna tie in. I'm either gonna have a bolt or not over here, so this is an idea. But now I can take this basket and mount it over there. And to secure it to the frame, I'm gonna use a 1/4 inch bolt with a washer and a lock washer, so that's gonna hold it in place pretty good. Alright, and the basket is secured. Now I'm gonna put the boxes over here and gonna start working on these latches to interconnect them with the second part. So on this side I tie in with just a self tappers, 3 of them, to the frame of the roof basket, and it's not gonna go anywhere. So this has some movement over here, but for the most part this is gonna stay like this, because I'm gonna have my recovery boards over here, so this part not gonna move much anyways, but it still should be good. So now I'm gonna put the recovery boards in. So this is all in place, this opens and I can take out box no problem, and then put it back, and this is closed, it's fine. So over here, to secure it, to keep it secure, I'm gonna be using these 5/16 bar knobs, I guess that called. This is gonna lock like this, go in here, and this on this side, just like that. Now unfortunately in the store where I was buying, they didn't have second one, so for now I'm gonna have to use a metal one, but I'm gonna replace this one for this one as well. And wow, I'm actually slightly even impressed by myself that I was able to accomplish all of this and I was able to do this. This is all solid, it's not going anywhere, it's very secured. And I also picked up multiple locks, the longer locks for the vault box and the shorter locks I'm gonna be using over here whenever I go somewhere and I have to leave the truck parked and some unfamiliar places. But for the most part I'm gonna keep it like this, and for the most part I'm not gonna have anything important, expensive in there all the time anyways. So but as of now, this is pretty good. Alright, what a project it was. It changed multiple times as I was doing it, and the end result was completely different from what I originally thought I was gonna make, but nevertheless it came out pretty amazing. I'm very happy the way it came out. I'm really happy how those brackets came out to hold those boxes. I'm happy that it worked out, because originally I was planning just to use straps, just to strap it around the cage, but I don't know, I don't think that will look good or anything. It would work of course, but I had an idea how to make the bracket, but I was not really sure how I'm gonna execute it. But I had some good idea suggested to me with those hinges, and it came out amazing. And that bracket, that aluminum bracket, it's very strong. The boxes don't move or anything. Everything came out, I think everything came out pretty good. So this was a long time coming to have this kind of setup on a roof. I really wanted to do this for a long time. That's why originally I had 3 super straws going across my roof, so that was my roof rack version 1.0. and when the roof basket was donated to me, I was so happy because I knew I'm gonna make so much more stuff with it, and that was my project roof rack 2.0. and now with the addition of all those 3 boxes, it was my project roof rack 3.0, but it's actually 3.5 because it changed a couple of times and the boxes changed as well. I'm really happy about this one. I got it at a very good price. It was very cheap. Well, almost half of the price, and it looked brand new. Of course I had to modify it to cut these latches shorter, but this is no problem, it still works. And as you can see, it's all dry inside. It actually rained for a few days, but this is all dry. This metal over here, I had it, I just found some scrap metal and it worked perfect. Once again, I'm really happy how these brackets came out. I mean, yes, maybe it's not pretty or anything, but it's functional, and that's what matters to me. All in all, I'm really happy how the setup looks. It took me a few days to fabricate everything and do everything, but I got it done. I'm really happy. So on this note, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope it might give you some ideas and some inspirations to do something as well. Maybe you have even better ideas. Always leave your ideas in the comments, what I could have done better, what kind of locks I could have used better and what not. But I'm pretty happy. So on this note, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you might find it helpful. And as always, until next time, everybody, bye.